everybody, welcome back to Covers and Commentary, and welcome back to another episode of Drum Reacts. And you know what time it is. It is time to listen to another song from band Maid. This time it is their official live video of Shambles. I'm super excited because just anytime we listen to band Maids, it's always awesome. So let's have a listen. Oh, starting right off with the drums. Thank you. Any double bass? Oh! Oh, we are listening to that again. We are listening to that again. Interesting take she did there on the, let's see. Huh. I will say I appreciate the fact that she just has a traditional clutch pedal for the hi-hat and double bass. And so if she's doing double bass, the hi-hat's open. And if she's not doing double bass, the hi-hat can be closed. The interesting thing, and this is actually something that I've done where you do like the doo-doo, kind of run down the toms with the double bass going. It's a little harder to do, and I can imagine that like if you practice it enough, you can obviously get it, and she's obviously very well practiced. But you can see where she does the, here, watch. So one of the things that I've done a lot is instead of going da da ch do and then having to reach under my arm like do do is a da da cha do do, and you just basically just transition to timekeeping on the left and playing the toms on the right. It gives you a little more freedom of mobility, and as long as you know, this is why it's good to practice, you know, being able to do like and then being able to do the, you're basically able to lead with either hand. Ambidextrous performances are very important. If this works for her, that's fine. That works great. Obviously, no issues there with her performance, but I just find it kind of interesting that she opted for the kind of under reach, which can be a little more difficult and sometimes limit how hard you can hit the hi-hat. Whereas if you da da ch, da da, and you can get that same amount of force because your left hand is free to do whatever while your right hand does everything else, especially if you're right hand dominant. Although being right hand dominant does make timekeeping with your left a little more difficult. I guess for such a small section it doesn't matter. Her double bass is just incredible. Oh, back to battling bass and guitar. And now they're together. Oh, we're absolutely going back and listening to all this again. Oh, man. Oh. I'm sorry. We're going back and listening to that all again. That opening was incredible. And then we'll play to the next section. I'm sorry. I need to hear this again. Huh. Her double bass is just amazing. That use of the China cymbal too. Oh my god. I also like how she transitions to the floor toms to really like accentuate the bass drum in this performance, but then we get into cymbals and the kick drum to accentuate the higher tones. Yes, that is so brilliant. You have the floor tom and its overall lower tones. In this case, I think it's 2 floor toms to accentuate the bass and the lower tones of the bass guitar. But then with the guitar, you're up on hi-hats and cymbals with the kick drum because the kick has that sort of kind of impact. But the cymbals with that sort of higher impact of the bass drum accentuate the higher notes of the guitar. Watch this. And now it's just all in snare, bass, guitar, like snare, bass drum, guitar, bass, everything. Very clearly leading into. Oh my gosh. Everything is played and timed so perfectly in these. I love it. Because it's so just, it is, the performance itself is, I would call it just airtight. There is no fluctuation. There is no like mistake. It is just, everything is methodically processed and played through, and I love it. Now let's get to the rest. Just that opening was amazing. And now we get the heavier guitar. Ooh. I always love when they add some sort of fuzz or distortion to the vocals in a live setting because it just sounds so much more brutal. Listen to this. There's some sort of distortion. Yep. But the backing vocals are clear. Did they fade the distortion out? Wait a minute. Still distorted? Yeah, they did. They faded the distortion out. They faded it down. That's really good. Ooh, that halftime vibe. I love the intensity of this. Bit of a breakdown. She kind of does a traditional build through this through this part leading into the next chorus, but it's like it's broken up by playing a fill down the drum kit, which I really like because it doesn't get boring. There's always something happening, and I really like that. Yeah, now it's not even a fill anymore. The fill was used as a transition, not even as like a... That was awesome, not even as like an impact point. I love that halftime drop. And it just kind of comes out of nowhere. Yeah. Ooh, now this is a breakdown. I thought they were doing that before. This is a good breakdown. They got to the guitar solo before I could even say, give me a guitar solo. Give me a guitar solo. Now we do it. Let's go. That was actually like aggressively complicated in such a short space. I want to hear that again. Yeah, and it just breaks. Build it up. Whoa, that was crazy. They cranked the fuzz on that one. Yeah. Whoever's doing the switching for the fuzz is on point. So good. I love those endings on any live performance, just the crescendo. Oh, always an incredible performance. Just every time. There is no wiggle room. Everything is just performed to a T. I love it. I love it so much. Let me know what you all think about this in the comments. I'm genuinely curious. I know you all love Maids. I love listening to this as well. I love listening to their music, and God, this was so good. Hopefully you learned something. I mean, just even if it was just like some little commentary here and there that helped you maybe learn something you didn't know before. I hope so. That's my goal here, but on your way down to leave some comments, of course, check out the link to this video and, of course, the channel itself. Those are both going to be linked down there, so go check them out. If you did like this content, definitely leave it a like and subscribe if you want to see more content like that, because I do these every Monday and Friday. I'm working on trying to get some interviews with people. That is a fun little thing that I will drop and leave there. Hopefully I can speak to some people soon. Otherwise, thank you all again so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Until then, thank you so much for being here, and have a good one.